Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope everyone are fine and healthy. So, already I have completed one lesson for you, that is Swami Vivekananda. Today, for fifth standard, I am going to do a poem. The poem name is He Did It. He Did It. So, this poem is related to the water, sea, and a man. So, before going into the poem, I would like to explain the meaning, that is a glossary of the poem, and after this, I'll be explaining you the summary of the poem. So first one, open to your page number 14. So what is the poem name? He Did It. So first I'll be explaining you the glossary, that is the meaning. So first one, you have conquer. Conquer. So what is the answer? What is the meaning of conquer? Overcome, win over. Overcome, win over. So what does this means? So overcome means, so what do you mean by overcome? For example, so if there is any battle, you have two opposite sides. So one opposite side, if he win over you, so if he conquer you, so that is known as what? Overcome. That means overcome. That is, he had won you, and you are in the side of whom now? The other who had conquered you. So next one, children, did you understand? Next one will go for venture. Venture means undertaking job, risky job. It means it is too difficult, though you know it is too difficult to do this job, so you are taking a risk. You want to take a chance whether you can do or not. So here you are taking a chance. It is too difficult to do, though you are taking a risk, so it is known as what? Undertaking risky jobs. Undertaking risky jobs. Okay, what was that? Second one, venture. Next, third one, you have unfurl. Unfurl, that is spread out or gather. Spread out or gather. You are gathering everything now, so you are gathering anything that you want here. So next one, humility. Humility is a polite, that is, you are showing pityness to others. You are showing pityness to others. Humility means humbleness. Humility means humbleness, that is, you are very polite for the person. For example, you are very polite for the poor person, you want to help them. You are showing pityness on them. You are showing what? Pityness on them. So next one, you have rigged. Rigged means provided. For example, the game was rigged in the favor of the home team. This is an example. Provided means, the for example I gave you, the game was rigged in the favor of the home team. So next one, you have stump. To give someone a very difficult problem. Stump means, so you are unknowingly or knowingly you are giving him a problem. So you are making him a problem. It is very difficult, which is very difficult. A stump means to give someone a very difficult problem. So you are hurting. In this way you are hurting a person. So next one, you have foe. Foe, almost everyone know. Enemy. Foe means enemy. Foe means enemy. Next one, you have oars, that is paddle. What is that? Paddle. Paddle means, it is made up of wooden thing. It is made up of a wooden thing. So I'll be telling you in the poem. So I'll be telling you in the poem. Please open to your page number 12 now. So here, children, have you ever seen the seashore and watched the waves dancing and moving with the high or low eaves? Have you ever gone to seashores and all, children? I hope so many would have gone. So when you have went there, I think everyone have observed. So how the shore makes the sound, how the seashore makes the sound. You can watch there how the waves are very high. It will be dancing. You can see it will be moving with the high and low eaves. So this poem is about a man and a sea. So we can see here, who is going to conquer the sea? The man. Will the man be able to conquer the sea? Means capture the sea. Will be able to go to the place, to his destiny. Will the man be able to move, go for his destiny? So, children, before explaining the poem, I would like to go for the summary. So, I'll not go in detail. According to the stanza, I'll be explaining you again. So, this poem, what is the poem name? He Did, is been written by Mary Britton Miller. Who is the poet of the poem? Mary Britton Miller. So, here is he depicted about the conquering men who explored the sea and made some adventures. So, you can see who went across the sea here. First was the man. He went acquiring men who explored the sea and made some adventures. So, in the midst of the rough sea, navigators took the challenge and made it possible. Navigators are the men. Navigators are the men who go across the sea, and they took the challenge of the sea and made it possible by crossing the sea. When man sailed over the sea, he first of all took wooden pieces and joined them, and then he sailed over the sea. So, you can see he did not know how to make a boat or a ship. So, what he did, he took the wooden pieces and joined them, and then he sailed over the sea to cross the sea. Here he took the help of what? Wooden pieces. With that he made a boat, a small boat, or you can see in the picture how he has made a boat there, just to sail through over the sea. Man took the challenge of the sea and he won over the high waves of the sea. So here man took the challenge. So the sea doesn't want to leave the man to cross the what? Sea. Even the man knows it is not easy to cross the sea, that is to conquer the sea, but he is not losing his hope. Who? The man is not losing his hope. He is fighting with the sea to cross the sea. He just want to conquer the sea, and he want to go to his destiny. So next, he first of all took wooden pieces and joined them, and then he sailed over the sea. A man took the challenge of the sea and he won over the high waves of the sea. So you can see when it is a monsoon, I think you would have observed in the pictures and all. You can see how it is so difficult when the climate changes. It is very difficult to conquer the sea and move to your destiny. So here, though a man knows it is very difficult, so he is also challenging the sea that I can do it. Though you have many hurdles, though you can make many hurdles for me, that you can do high of waves and many difficulties, though I can conquer you and go for my destiny. Eventually man could reach the other end of the world through sea voyage. The sea finally admits and appreciate the violent action of the man. So at last what happened? So who won here? At last the man will be winning the battle here. That is, the man conquered the sea, and even the sea is asking, so how you challenge me finally. Then he admits me. Who is telling this? The sea is telling that though you challenged me and I appreciate you, that you have done your job good, you have conquered me. Who? The man has conquered the sea now. The poem also explains how one could win over any troubles and difficulty conditions in life. So this is also the life of a man. If you have any difficulties, so think that if you should go throughout this, you have to struggle for this. So if any difficulties are there, you can go through it. Okay children, shall we move on for the poem now? So open to your page number 12. Please keep in your mind the sceneries of the what? Pictures of the seas and sea, so you can easily understand this poem. Said the dangerous sea, you will not conquer me. Try as hard you can. You are not a whale, you are not a shark. You cannot walk on the wave, young man. So said the dangerous sea. So who is telling here? The sea. First, there is a conversation between the sea and a man. Said the dangerous sea, you will not conquer me. So he is giving a challenge. Who? The sea is telling, you cannot conquer me. You cannot go to that end. I am not going to leave you for that end. So I'll make you many hurdles on the way. So who is telling? The sea is telling, I will make you many hurdles on the way so that you cannot conquer me and you cannot go to that other end. Try as hard you can. You are not a whale, you are not a shark, you cannot walk on the waves, young man. So what is the sea telling? You are not a Try hard as you can, do whatever you can. You are not a whale, man is not a whale, you are not a shark, because you know whale and shark can swim. So can the man swing so long to go for his destiny? No, he cannot walk also. Can the man walk on the way, on the water or the waves? No, he cannot walk. So what the sea is telling, that you are not a whale or you are not a shark. Shark and whale are the fishes. Okay, you cannot walk on the waves. So I challenge you, young man, I'll not leave you to conquer your destiny. You are not going to other end. Who is telling? The sea is challenging the man. So children, did you understand the first stanza? It's very easy. Said the dangerous sea. So who is telling? The sea is telling to the man, I will not conquer. No, you will not conquer me. So who is telling? He is telling for the man, you cannot conquer me, you cannot go for the other end. I am not leaving you. So I will make you the way very difficult. So you are not a whale or a shark. You cannot walk on the waves, young man. So it's telling you are not a whale also, you are not a shark also. So you can see the whale and the shark can swim and they can go for the other end also. But can the man go from one end to the other end from the sea? No, it cannot take. Though what the man said, we'll see in the next stanza. So on the waves, the young man. So children, did you understand the first stanza? Shall we move on for the second stanza? Okay. So he made a boat that was able to float. Ho ho, said his foe. It floats all right, and it's watertight, but you can't make it go. So here also the sea is challenging. So the man has made a boat. So I've told you before only how he made a the man made a first boat by taking the wooden pieces, and you can see he has made a, in the picture page number 12, you can see how he has made a boat, just which he thinks that he can move from one end to another end with the help of wooden pieces. And you can see the mast also here. So he made a boat that was able to float. So he made a boat with the wooden pieces that was able to float. So here the man was very happy. At least he has made a boat that will take him to the other end. Ho ho, who is telling now? Ho ho, said his foe. Who is the enemy here? Who is the enemy for the man? For the man, the sea is the enemy. Foe means enemy. Foe means enemy. So who is the enemy? For the man, the sea is the enemy. So at hook or the crook, the sea doesn't want to leave the man. He doesn't want to leave the man to go for the other end. It floats all right. So what the sea is telling, okay, it can float all right and it's watertight, but I'll make it too difficult for you to move. Though even you have made the waves, what boat, I will make it more difficult for you to move from this place. I will make you more difficult by doing what, high and low waves, but you can't make it go. But you cannot make it move. With the help of the boat, can you move? No, you cannot move. You cannot do anything. Though you have done the boat, I will not let you go. I'll make it more difficult for you to move from this place. Okay, children, did you understand till here? Shall I move on for the next stanza? Okay, once again I'll be repeating. So he made a boat that was able to float. You know, no, the on the water. If you put any wooden piece, any things made up of wooden, it will float. Anything. So here the sea is challenging the man. So whatever you do, you make anything, whether you make a boat or any other thing from the wooden piece, I will not let you go from here. I will make you more hurdles to move from this place. Okay, children, shall we move on for next stanza? Okay, next. Oh yes, I can, replied the young man, and he made some oars and learned how to row. Oh yes, I can. So who replied here? So here you can see a man. He started what? Talking with the sea. What he is telling? He's challenging. Now who is challenging? The man is challenging the sea. Whatever you do, I'll do my best. So I have already made a boat. Now it is easy for me to sail from one place to another. Though you make many hurdles, I know I will win this battle. So who is telling? The man is replying What, though you have made many hurdles in the way, I know how to move from this place. Already I have made a boat to float on the water. Now I'll make a roar. A roar. What is that? Paddle. Paddle. What? Paddle. And learn how to roar. Row. What is paddle? Paddle means you can see the wooden piece. It will be a wooden, and the two ends you can to help to roar from one place to another. With the help of paddle, you can move your boat. You can move your boat. I think you have seen when you are boating in the water, when you are boating, when you have gone to some places for excursion, you can see what, with the help of paddle you can move your boat. So the young man replied, I have made a boat, and I'll make a paddle also, and learn how to roar, and I'll run the boat. Roar means I will run the boat. What? I will run the boat, and once or the other day I will conquer the sea. So there was a great fight between the man and the sea. So okay, children, next we'll move on for the fourth stanza. So, when the sea saw the boats and the oars, all the rowers, he said, young man, they make a fine show, but what will you do when they venture out? So, who is challenging here? The sea is challenging the man. Though you have made a boat, though you have made the oars, I'll make you the way very difficult. All the rowers, he said, young man, to make a fine show, what will you do when they venture out? So he told venture means to difficult, too difficult. So the sea is telling that though you have made a boat, though you have made a paddles, oars and all, so I'll make you the way very difficult. I'll make the waves too high, so you cannot move for your destiny. You cannot move for the other end. Who is telling that? Sea is telling for the sea is telling for the man. So here they have a challenge both here. Though the she is telling to the man is telling, so whatever you do, I will do my best. I will do my best. So he expected the challenge of the sea. So the man is expecting the challenge of the sea. So next we'll move on for the fifth stanza. Where the deep sea swells can take them up and toss them about like a cockshell. So it is telling that I can do anything. Who is telling? The sea is telling I can do anything. I will take you out like a shell out, and I will throw you to the sea shore. I will throw the sea, that is the boat, to the seashore, and it will be broken. All the things, that is the boat and the paddles, all the things will be broken. You will not move. You will not move. You cannot go for your destiny. So who is challenging? The sea is challenging to the man. Next, you can't stump me, said the bright young man, and cut down a tree. You can't stump me, said the bright young man, and cut down a tree, and made a tall mast and rigged it with sails to catch the high wind and weather to gales. So what the man is telling, so I've already made the boat also, that is boat also with the wooden, and I will make a paddle also, and mast. So mast is a tall upright post. So you can see in the that is into the 12, that is page number 12. So you can see the boat, you can see a long pole attached to that, which is attached like a cloth. So that is mast. What is that? Mast. So who's telling? And made a tall mast and ridge. It will be provided with what? Sails to catch high wind. So what? It will help to catch the high winds, and the boat will sail easily to the end. Boat will sail easily with the help of what? Mast, and to the weather gales. And it is, even though weather gales means very strong wind. Weather gales means very strong wind. Even though they are very high, that high or strong winds or the waves, that is the boat will help through a mast. That is must. It will help to cross the sea. The mast will help to cross the sea. So to catch the high winds and weather the gales. Shall I repeat once again, children? So the man is telling, you can't stump me, said the bright young man. So who the man is telling to the sea that you can't give me such a problem. So what I'll do, I will cut down a tree. I will cut down a with the help of with the help of the tree I'll make a tall mast. What is mast? It is a tall upright post. It is made up of wooden log. So you can see it is a log with the help of a cloth, which will help to sail the ship, this will help to sail the ship or the boat, and rigged it with sails to catch the high winds and weather the gales. Okay children, shall we move on for the next stanza? Okay, when the ship set out with their sails unfurled to cross the, that is Atlantic, and discover the world, the sea looked them over. So here you can see the ships or the boat which will sail through, how it goes fastly. It will be moving with the help of what? The paddles or any, that is the mast, with their sails unfurled. Unfurled means, already I told, speed. Speed means spread out. It is gathering, though it is spread out through, to cross the what? Atlantic Ocean, to discover the world. The sea looked them over. The sea looked them over. So man is, what the man is doing, he want to cross the Atlantic, and because he want to discover the world, and he want to what? He want to leave back the sea. He want to leave back the sea. So next, from stern to stern, and when he saw with considerably away Columbus himself was on one of them, he said with a show of humility, I admit you, young man, you have conquered me. Okay, once again I'll repeat that is the last stanza for you. From stern to stern. Stern means serious. Stern means serious. When he saw with considerable away. Away means feeling mixed with fear and wonder. Fear and wonder. That Columbus. Have you heard the name of Columbus? What is his full name? Christopher Columbus himself was on one of them, he said, with a show of humility. Humility, that is showing politeness, that is humbleness. I admit, young man, you have conquered me. So he told, with the seriousness for the man, that though I have made you that a way very hurdle for you, I have given you many problems, I have done many things for you. I did not made your boat to sail around, though you have won the battle now. Now you have won the battle. Same thing, even the Columbus. Columbus means here is the name of the Christopher Columbus. He was the who was he? Christopher Columbus. He was the one who founded America through the sea route. America through the sea route. So Columbus has done. So then one of them, he said with a show of humility and politeness, I admit you, young man, you have conquered me. So at last the sea gave up, and who won the battle here? That is the man won. So here the man was very happy that he has conquered the sea, and he has met his destiny, that he has met the other end of the sea. So even he mentioned one of the name of Christopher Columbus himself was one of them. One of them, he said with a show of humility, I admit you, man. So here was the Columbus who had a fight and met to an other end. I admit you, young man, you have conquered me. So here who was happy? The man was very happy. The man was very happy that he has conquered the sea, and he went happily because he had found his destiny. Okay children, did you understand here? Okay, next I will be discussing you the question answers. So children, move on to the page number 15. So first question, why is the sea so confident that the young man will not be able to conquer him? So what is the answer? The sea thought that the young man is not a whale nor a shark, and he cannot also walk on the wave. So I told you in the starting only. So man, so who is having a challenge here? Who's challenging? That is the sea is challenging for the man. He told that you are not a young man, you are not a whale nor a shark, nor you cannot walk on the wave, so you cannot go through your destiny. Okay children, did you understand? So second one, shall we move on for the second one? What did the young man do on listening to the challenge of the sea? So on listening to the challenge of the sea, he made a boat that was able to float. So he accepted the challenge. The man accepted the challenge, and he told, yeah, I'll accept this challenge from you, and I'll make the boat to sail through the sea. Okay. Did you understand, children? Okay, next we'll move on for the third one. Did the sea think that the young man would be able to make his boat go? How did the young man prove that he could make it go? No, no, the young man, no, not at all in the beginning. So the sea did not think that the man would make a boat, but in the end, the young man was made it ready, and the sea tells that it floats all right and it is water right tight, but you can't make it go. So even again, even though the man has made the boat, so again the sea is challenging. Though you have made the boat, I will make the water tight. I will make you more hurdles in your way. More hurdles in your way. Okay, children. Next, what did the sea want to know when the young man was all set to go? So, the sea wanted to know that whether the young man would be able to overcome the tides. Tides means waves. The sea wanted to know what whether the tides, whether the waves will be able to move from the tides. That is the high waves. Can he move? Who? The sea. Next one, fifth one. Why did the young man make the mast? The mast is a tall upright post, I told you, wooden log fixed to carry a boat sail. So it helps to sail. It helps to sail the boat. The mast is made to help to sail the boat. So next, sixth one. Was the sea angry to see ships across the Atlantic? No, the sea was not in considerably away to see ships across the Atlantic. Next one, seventh one. How did the sea show it greatness of heart? So he said, I admit you, young man. So this is the line what the sea told. I admit you, young man, you had conquered me. You have, that is, you have won through me and you have gone to your destiny. The last one, eighth one. Do you think the poet is telling a story, or would you take the poem as a reflection on man's conquest of the sea? I think the answer is, I think that the poem I think that the poem discovers of great explorers of the world, and how they have discovered new places and sea routes facing a lot of difficulties. I told you that I gave you the example of Christopher Columbus. Even it is giving the example. So in this last stanza, you can see they have given an example of Christopher Columbus who went to the sea route and he finded what America. So what hurdles he would have he has faced. So in this stanza you can understand. So and sea routes facing a lot of difficulties. So even the man, that is the man, while though he has made a boat and all, he would have faced many difficulties to go through these hurdles. Next, ninth one. What is the attitude of the sea when it says, I admit you, man, you have conquered me? So what is the attitude here? They have mentioned here. Okay, they have mentioned you four answers here. First one is magnanimous, that is B is generous, C is submissive and humble, D is indifferent. So among this you have to choose one which is the correct answer for this question. So anyone can tell me this answer. So what is the answer for this? Submissive and humble. Submissive and humble. So next, that is 10th one. Who is portrayed as the conqueror, the man or the sea? Who is portrayed in this poem? The man. The man is portrayed. Next one, 11th one. What aspects of man are described in the poem? What aspects? So they have given options here. That is 4 options. Discovering nature, or hardworking, or courageous, or exploring nature. And that is exploring nature. Which is the answer? Courageous. Courageous means he was very brave. He took the challenge of the sea. He took the challenge of the sea. Next you have the you have to, and when 12th one, and when he saw with considerable away, the Columbus himself was one of them, was on one of them. So as the sea saw the continuous, that is fearlessness attitude of Columbus, that the sea started admiring him. So here Columbus, who took that, he made an challenge to the sea and he went for his destiny. He crossed the sea. Okay, next one, 13th one. What picture of the sea do you get from the poem? So although the sea is dangerous and that is formidable, So the sea has a magnanimous heart to admit the man has indeed conquered him. So lastly, he was very humble or polite for the man. He told, "You had conquered me. You have, though I have made the way very difficult for me, but you have conquered me very happily." So who said this? The sea said for the man. Did you understand, children? If you have any doubt, you can ask me. The last minute they have given one thing is the match the following. So we even I will conclude that. So match the following is page number 16. Match the column A with the B. So first one, you cannot walk. Which is the answer? What is the answer for this? The first answer is B. He made. What is the answer for that? You cannot walk. So the first answer is he made a boat. So second one, you cannot make the boats go. What is the second answer? C. He made oars. He made oars means paddles. You cannot venture out when I swell. What is the last answer? That is A. He made a tall mast. Tall mast. Okay, children, clear. I have already concluded, and I'll be, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll be sending notes for you, and along with the notes, I'll be giving you homework. Please memorize the first three stanza of the poem. I'll be giving you test. I will be giving you test. If you have any doubts, I will clear you. Okay, children. Thank you.